Stepney, the Bluebell engine, was being sent over to the National Railway Museum in York for an overhaul. 3 years ago, he had been withdrawn from service following the failure of his steam pipe sometime after pulling the memorial train for the late Jack Owens, his first engine driver, and was left in the shed where the other engines would keep him company so he wouldn't be lonely, and was given back his Stroudley Green livery. Back in November, the Bluebell Railway made an agreement with the NRM to have Stepney be overhauled at their workshop. He was very pleased when he heard about it. When he arrived at the museum, work carried out at once. A few months later, Stepney's overhaul was nearly complete. Flying Scotsman, Gordon's brother, came to see him one day while the workmen were doing his final inspection to see if everything was working well.
I bet you are eager to be steaming again after being cooped up in your shed for 3 years.
Indeed, Scotsman. I am looking forward for my test run so I can stretch my wheels again.
Glad to be here. I felt just like you when I returned to steam last year. The Fat Controller also made arrangements to have me do a rail tour to Sodor during the summer, where I got to see my brother Gordon again.
Speaking of Sodor, I am thinking of going there again to see the engines on the Scarlowy Railway as I haven't seen them in ages. Come on, Stepney, time for your first run. Stepney's test run went very well, and soon it was nearly time for him to go back to the Bluebell Railway. It's a shame Jack Owen and Bernard Holden are no longer around. They would be happy to know about my return to steam.
Who is Bernard Holden? You did tell me that Jack Owens was your first driver, but I'm curious to know about him.
Bernard Holden was the first controller of the Bluebell Railway, who joined the other railway following nationalisation. He, along with 4 other enthusiasts, were the ones that founded the Bluebell Preservation Society, following the closure of the line from East Grinstead to Lewis in 1958. During that time, he was a signalling engineer and John Leroy was the chairman. It was under his guidance that the Bluebell Railway became the first preserved standard gauge railway, with Tallinn Railway, where Scarlowy's twin works, being the first overall. I would later be saved from scrap after he helped save the line for preservation. He also came alongside me during my first visit to Sodor back in '62. He would later be presented with an NBE in 1992.
Very impressive.
Indeed. He was described as one of the greatest figures in the rail preservation movement in the whole world. He oversaw the extension of our line from East Grinstead for the new terminus. Stepney's face fell. He knew what he was going to bring up next. Sadly, in 2012, on the 4th of October, he passed away in Ditching, West Sussex. I also pulled the funeral train due to me being the first engine rescued by the railway. Me and the other engines were all very saddened when we heard about the news of his death.
I know how you feel. I felt the same way when Alan Pegler, the man who rescued me from scrap and my first owner, died in March of that year. I think Bernard Holden and Jack Owens would be very proud to hear that you will be in steam again.
You're right, Scotsman. Like how Nigel Gresley would be proud that you and Gordon are still around. Just then, the workman came up to Stepney. Stepney, before you return to the Bluebell, we have decided to give you this plaque for you, in dedication of your first controller after he passed away 5 years ago. Stepney was amazed. It was a plaque in dedication to Bernard Holden and Jack Owens. Oh my! It looks beautiful! This will go in your cab in dedication of them. It's such a fitting tribute to the both of them. We are happy you like it. After it was fitted inside Stepney's cab, he whistled goodbye to Flying Scotsman and set off back to the Bluebell Railway. Stepney was very excited to show the other engines his plaque, and I think, like Stepney, it's a wonderful tribute to Bernard Holden, don't you?